Hey crew, today we're talking about jerk footwork precision. Now, why is this important? Because to lift our biggest, heaviest weights in the jerk, we need to have a solid foundation and our feet need to be precise. So I'm going to get into some very detailed components here, and if it's different from what you're doing or what you're thinking, you have a big opportunity. Now, number one is we need to let our back foot in a split jerk hit a millisecond before our front foot. Now, if you're thinking they hit at the same time, this is a big opportunity because when our feet hit at the same time, immediately the weight's upon us, and that creates some instability. That's a lot of energy that we have to use to stabilize and stop that bar. However, if our back foot hits just a little before, a millisecond, right? Don't overthink this. A millisecond before that front foot, then our nervous system knows where we are and we're able to tighten up on the bar quicker, which gives us more control using less energy, okay? There's a hack for you. Number two is our back foot has a bit more weight than our front foot. We could say 60% of weight in our back foot, 40% in our front. But again, don't overthink this. Know that our back foot is the driver and the controller in a split jerk, and that's very important to know. And finally, I want to talk about how we set up if we were standing in a clock, is how I typically talk to it with athletes. I want you to imagine you're standing in the center of a clock with the clock face at your feet. If you split with the same legs that I do, your back foot's at 7 o'clock, your front foot's at 1 o'clock. This means when we split, our feet are actually moving wider than they started. Right? So I'm moving my foot out to 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock versus just going straight in a line 6 and 12. If I go 6 and 12, I get very close to tight roping it, as we call it, which now I'm like a teetering on a narrow base with a big heavy weight overhead, using a lot of energy to control that if I'm not chasing it around. So these are the key points that you need to keep in mind in the split jerk for good precision. Now guys, I have an opportunity for you if you want to get better at your Olympic lifts. This is time sensitive. This upcoming Wednesday, September 7th, I'm hosting a free live training on how I would lift, how I would train the Olympic lifts now if I were to start it all over again. And let me tell you, after a decade of experience, I would do it completely differently. So if you want to know how to lift more, move better, all faster, with avoiding the silly injuries, this training is going to be for you. Once this video helps you, smash that thumbs up button, pay it forward, share it with a friend, and I'll see you next week.